Hello everyone, and today we are going to talk about the roadmap. Okay? So when we say roadmap, I am talking it as game plan. Okay? So when you play any game, you sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but your objective is always to win the game, right? The same way when you are thinking about your career, you have to constantly try to win in different ways. Correct. So before we start, let's understand that the group which we have created, uh, the reason is there are multiple reasons. One of the reason is to connect with the QAs more, build a network community so that we can help each other. Second objective is there are a lot of members who requested us that can we do something where mentor can, come together and take some sessions. There are other mentors also, and some mentors will be added in future also. In that way, we started. So we want, as we have already sent this kind of message earlier in the group also, we want, a kind of attentive, serious learners or the student of testing. That's it. Okay, fine. So I am Nitesh, and I will be, you know, involved more on test automation side. Um, if you have any query related to doing a particular kind of testing, if you need help on understanding how to prepare for interview, um, communication skills related to those things, right? So the session wise, we can do random things in between, right? But there is a clear objective of a roadmap also, like what we want to do first, what we want to do next in that way, from the learning perspective. So today, what I'm going to present is about if you want to become test automation engineer, especially for the UI part, especially for the user interface or browser testing part or web app test automation side, that we will talk. Fine. So let's start. I'm assuming that let me start slideshow basically. So I'm assuming that our audience is more of this, where there are fresh engineers, there are test engineers who are already working in some company, let's say, or some people who are new into IT industry, right? Mix of this. How we will be doing our training sessions? It will be more on the practical side, more on thinking on the logical side, like how in real world testing and automation happens. There will be trial and error from both the end, from the training perspective also, from the learning perspective also. But it will be engaging activity. Then only, you know, you will be learning in a better way. But what we need positive thinking. So these are the expectation from the learners, that be positive. You should have a mindset about I can do, anything on the testing and automation. And that should be the approach when you want to learn anything, you want to grow in your career. You have to be positive about you can learn and implement anything. We need your attention. Um, so just a small point that if you want to learn it properly, join it through laptop. Okay. Not just this kind of webinar or training, right? I'm saying whenever you are joining any meeting, right, where you want to engage with someone, where you want to see some code, let's say, you want to discuss something, it's always better to join through laptop or desktop. Okay. Don't join it with mobile, right? The reason is mobile is more distractive, right? So it will not be helpful on the learning side. You have to be ready to experiment. If we will give you some assignment, and you should do it honestly. And you have to do research sometime. Because what we are going to do is not like what we say, sitting with you and doing everything line by line. That is not going to happen. That will take a lot of time. We are here to guide you properly. We are here to tell you you are going in the right direction or you are deviating from something else. What you should do next. Obviously, there will be proper session like, you know, how to do testing and automation, how to create framework, proper practical sessions will be there. But we are expecting that you will also do a good research at your end. When you are asking question, it should not be just for the sake of asking a question, right? There should be a research before you ask any question, right? From your end. Then it will be good to, talk and discuss them. What will be the game plan? So the real game plan will be something like this. Um, First thing, what we should learn is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Um, how we will deliver the session and everything is up to us. But we will guide you like how you should learn, how you can do some practicals, right? Those things. And we will do some query resolution sessions as well. Why it is required? To understand how UI works. If you want to become a UI automation engineer, you should know the technology behind it. The UI technologies are generally HTML, CSS, and JS. There are a lot of frameworks like React, Angular, Express, a lot of things, right? But the thing is, basically it is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For basic knowledge about this thing should be there. If you are underestimating this, maybe you're doing wrong thing. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are very important to learn. If you are thinking that this you have learned in your what we say academic, or if you think you already know that, why to learn it? What I'm saying is learn it again. Why? Because you want to do UI automation. So if you learn this thing, your life will be easy when you automate it. Then we will learn Java. Basically, Selenium, if we are keeping in mind, it works with different programming language. C Sharp, Python, JavaScript, Perl, not Perl, Ruby, and Java, right? So as of now, we are considering we will learn Java programming. Okay? How it will happen, everything will come to that part when we'll start. We are understanding here as of now why we should learn this thing, why these things are connected one by one. Then Selenium. We are considering this Selenium part because it's free, open source, so anybody can learn easily. You don't have to pay anything for that. It works with different browser. It works on Mac OS. It works, in any system, right? If you're using Linux, it's fine. If you're using Windows, it's fine. That is required to automate the UI part. That is the central part of the learning. Then we will learn about the framework and the Cucumber part. And then at the end, we should learn Git and Jenkins. That will complete a cycle of learning things logically, where once you learn all these things, you can say, okay, I know how to automate. I know how to manage the code. I know how to run it through minimum human intervention. Okay, fine. But let's understand that ideally, ideally, if you want to learn these things properly, it will take time. If you are thinking that our sessions will be like quick, learn Selenium in 30 days or learn automation in 45 days, it's not like this, right? So you have to understand that you can do any course from anywhere, that's fine. But this particular roadmap has come through a lot of brainstorming and through real practical experience, that how much time one should invest, how much time one should spend properly to learn these things. Okay, at least these things. That's why we are saying, okay, at least 15 days. I'm saying at least, it may be more. 15 days on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java programming, 60 days. I know there may be some people who are very new to programming, or maybe someone who already know Java. In both the cases, let's understand learning programming or any language is a long process. Throughout your career, you will learn these things. Okay. At least 2 years, I'm saying at least 2 years will take for you or anybody to learn Java properly. But because we cannot wait for 2 years, nobody can give this much training, right? What I'm saying is you have to prepare your mindset set that at least 2 years you will be learning Java. It's like this. You want to finish something, start to end. Here again, when I'm saying start to end, it's just core Java part. Right? You may be thinking why I'm saying 2 years. Let's understand, when you are making a program, if you want to understand, let's say, what is switch case. Right? One way is doing a simple program and understanding, okay, switch case works in this way. Another way is creating at least 20 to 25 program in different ways, in different kind of real world examples, and then working with the string, characters, integer. What can be the case with the switch case? There is a concept in programming, switch case. So at least 20 to 25 program when you make, then only you can say that you actually understand how switch case works. Or any concept, even for the if else concept, looping concept. Don't take it like you make one or two program to understand it, so it's done. No, in long run, it won't help. Java programming, basically, if you talk about the long run, let me write it actually. Can I edit it just a minute? Basically, I am saying it just 60 days at one end, but actually it is 60 days to 2 years. Okay. Selenium, same case with Selenium. It's 60 days to 2 years. That means if you are learning it and if you are implementing it on your project, then basically you should be on that role or work on Selenium for, because Selenium is very big. It's not just like finding the element and clicking on it, right? There are a lot of things to learn. Okay, so let me go back to this. Then Cucumber or any other frame. So we'll assume that 30 days will be enough. Then CI techniques, continuous integration techniques, 30 days is fine. What is your homework for today? You have to get ready. We will send you the timing and all, right? We are still researching on that part. But you have to, there are two kind of, you know, different attitude is required here is that you should understand that you can automate anything. Okay? One thing. Second thing is programming is easy. That attitude also you should have. And it's easy actually. Okay. There are a lot of hype created. There are a lot of fear has been created by someone or surroundings or through your own um, different ways. There is a fear, let's say, but you have to overcome it, those things, and understand that it's not that difficult. Okay, anybody can learn and implement this. That's it at my end, but we are open to discuss now.